Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have a very special one. We have another film review, which is something that I've been doing for a lot of different players, and you guys have really been enjoying them, and I really appreciate that. With today's player, we have Jordan Poole. Now, this guy is an interesting player. One, because he doesn't play defense worth a damn. Two, when he's on fire, he is on fire. And three, every time you go into a game against Jordan Poole, he's really just a wild card. He's just a wild card kind of guy. We're going to get into everything, and I look forward to it because, again, we've done players like Shea. We've done players like Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Cade Cunningham, and I'm looking forward to just adding on to the list of players that we're going to be going over. So, first things first here, Jordan Poole is averaging 20.3 points per game, 2.4 rebounds per game, 5.1 assists per game, and 43.5 field goal percentage. Now, this is where things get a little bit more spicy. So for those of you that aren't aware of an NBA stat called PI, I'm going to show you how it's calculated. Player Impact Estimate. Player Impact Estimate, aka PI, is a metric to gauge a player's all-around contribution to the game. Almost all statistical categories in the box score are involved in the PI formula. PI answers what percentage of the events in the game each player contributed. So it pretty much just takes all the stats and you do some math with it. And it's similar to player efficiency rating, but unlike player efficiency rating, PI calculations is much simpler and it tries to incorporate defensive stats. Now that's what I love right there, is the defensive stats. Now this isn't an end-all be-all kind of stat, but in this case it really does highlight Jordan Poole's lack of defense, because in terms of offensive stats, he's got some pretty promising stuff. To show you guys an example of the best PI players, people with 25 minutes or more, Giannis is number 1, Jokic is number 2, Shea is number 3, AD is number 4, Cat's number 5. All of this makes sense. All these guys are super duper top notch. The lower you go, you can still get strong players, but if they're lower, it's because they're lacking in a specific category like defense or maybe parts of the game offensively. But yeah, the lower we go, the less efficient players you get, statistically speaking. And yeah, Jordan Poole on the spectrum here is pretty freaking low compared to where it feels like he should be just in terms of talent. Jordan Poole is 197 player. Now, if we incorporate the minutes to 25, I don't know what player this is, but he'd be on page 2 of the 4 pages. Which again, in terms of his talent, he's below Russell Westbrook in PI. And no shade to Russell Westbrook, but he's not the same player he was. So this is not really the biggest compliment to Jordan Poole. But we're going to talk about why this guy's he's a different player. He comes in, like I said, like a wild card. Games where he can just explode and games where he's not exploding. But to give you guys an idea of how dangerous he could be, let's go into the highlights. Not a lot to show here on our first clip, but I just want to establish the capabilities of Jordan Poole, his ability to be able to catch and shoot. Going back to his Warriors days, he's always been a shooter, and that really has not changed. He's averaging 8 3-point attempts per game. Going in here, again, we are just establishing his ability to shoot. That is a simple catch and shoot, a little bit behind the 3-point line, and just knocks it down. Fluid, very easy. It's what he's been doing his whole career, but I want to set that foundation right now for his ability to be able to catch and shoot. So this play right here is a simple play for Jordan Poole. We had the guy dribbling it up right here, passing it out to Jordan Poole right here. Okay, what is Jordan Poole going to do? He has a bag. That has always been something in his repertoire, and I let the play go on, and I'm going to finish it out right here, but we're going to explain Jordan Poole's bag. His strengths, we talk about the strengths of all kinds of players. For Shea, it was his patience, his footwork. With Jordan Poole, it's his silky, smooth, buttery movement. And I know that's a very interesting way to explain something, but seriously, this guy's movement is uber fluid, very, very, very emphasized on the fact that it is silky. He's not the fastest guy in the world, right? His handles, he's got a bag, which is nice, but it's not, again, Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry kind of bag. It's his movement that is, he's able to stop on a dime. He's able to shift left, shift right. It's super buttery smooth. And we're going to show that again right here. We got him going, attacking to the right. Okay, let's keep the play going. Great screen. Jordan Poole, in the past, has had a tendency to just flat out shoot this. But as he's getting older, he's looking for his best version of his shot. Because again, when you're more experienced, you're just going to be able to get that stuff down and figure out your game. So he's like, okay, I have a shot right here. Russell Westbrook's way back. Jokic is way back. But let me get my shot. And he is all about being fluid within himself. So he's like, okay, let me get that step back. And then this is something he's been doing for a long time, these pump fakes. But he's got a shot right here. Again, as the play goes on, he has a shot right there. Right? He has a shot right there. He decides not to go up with it. He's learning about his game. He's like, okay, I can get a step back and go into my shot. Something he loves doing, Jordan Poole. Again, fluid game. Let's go into my shot. Into my shot, step back, pump fake, the best shot he could have gotten. Let me ask you this. What shot is more difficult? Let's go into this right now. A shot where you have to pull up right there immediately because his footwork's so tight. He doesn't have Shea-like footwork, but his footwork is kind of tight right now. So he could maybe just kind of gather himself right here, but it's not a smooth shot, right? It's not a smooth shot. So he's like, okay, let me gather myself. Boom. Now it's all smooth. Everything is in order. It's all a fine line of muscle memory now. And boom. This guy is very, very easy to understand in terms of what makes him work. It's rhythm. Another simple play here. Get the ball. Number 0. Back to Jordan Poole. Coming around. And again, I established it in the first clip. But this is just a strength. It doesn't seem like much, you know what I mean, when we're talking about film, when we're talking about what players' strengths are. Because a lot of players can do this. But they don't shoot as much threes as Jordan Poole. They're not as efficient as Jordan Poole when he's on fire. And you add Jordan Poole to the Warriors, you know what I mean? Warriors already play with Steph Curry like this to where it's off ball. But if Jordan Poole ever got traded, let's say to the Nuggets, you bet your ass the Nuggets could use this. Someone who can just catch, shoot, pull, and there's nothing unorthodox about it. Again, buttery smooth, right? All within his rhythm. Catch, gather, shoot. Very simple. We established it in the first clip. Second clip, he could have taken that 3 a little bit more off the dribble, a little unorthodox, but he plays within himself, again, of his mechanics, of being fluid, of being smooth. Okay, Jordan Poole on a fast break here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Pull. And again, that's all within a rhythm. Everything he's doing is within his own rhythm, to the beat of his own drum. And the thing is, this can be a bad shot. It can be a horrible shot. Reason why is because it's just a deep 3. It really is. But when Jordan Poole is feeling himself, these are the things he does so well. He's a scorcher. He's the kind of guy to go into an open gym and tear the whole gym up. Everyone's going to be like, dude, this guy is going bananas because he's a scorcher. He's not someone who's going to do this consistently. Trust me, he's not. There are, again, let's establish this right now. There are games where Jordan Poole goes crazy and where he doesn't. So right here, you see points. Let's go look at the points on a game-by-game basis. His most recent game, 21 points. Game before that, 17. Game before that, 9. Then 39. Then 11. Then 13. Then 31. Then 8. Then 23. Then 8. You see the pattern here? Very, very, very up and down is what he brings to the table. He's a wild card. A wild card who is sometimes going to go crazy, sometimes not going to go crazy. But no matter what, he just doesn't play great defense, which is why his pie is just low. Really, really bad defender. 22, 22, 42. Amazing. 11, 24. But again, when Jordan Poole's feeling himself, look at the way he gathers for that shot. There's just literally nothing unorthodox about it. It's buttery smooth. We're not talking about someone who's taking one long step, the second long step. We're not talking about a long gather. We're not talking about a LeBron little mini hop step back or a James Harden little mini hop step back. We're talking about someone who is just uber fluid. This is buttery smooth pull up. You literally cannot ask for more. Buttery smooth pull up, super fast. 1, 2, boom. Done deal. Done deal. Something to highlight here. We got a screen from, I believe that's Marvin Bagley. Jordan Poole is not the fastest guy. He's got Again, a fluid game, but he is not the fastest guy. He's got really good handles, not Kyrie level handles. He's not a bruiser, more of a step back or kind of have some swagger, some street ball kind of hoop style gameplay. And this play really does highlight his strength here. Again, not someone who's going to drive in and attack. He can, of course, and have more of an acrobatic finish, but there's no physicality in his game. Look at this highlight right here. Attacking inside, not the fastest guy, step back. Okay, look what he's doing. Passing it out, getting it back, moving right. And there's that little bag. Not the fastest guy. That is not speed attacking. He's literally using his bag to create himself an opening. And to be honest with you, to be very, very blunt, this is terrible defense. I mean, what the hell, Russell? That is that is horrible. Horrible defense. Could have attacked inside to where we forced Russell to get into Jordan Poole, get that pass out. No. Steps back. Okay. And then he resets, but then get that little bag going through the, he's kind of just showing him. He's like, hey, where am I going? Where am I going? This is nothing crazy, but it is simple for Jordan Poole. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? And then Russell Westbrook with the slowest reaction of all time. Jordan Poole attacks. Easy stuff. Acrobatic finish. Again, not a bruiser. Doesn't play with physicality, but an acrobatic finish. Right here is a simple spot up. And I cannot stress this enough. You can pull it. He straight up just can shoot it off the catch right then and there. But it's the way that he has to be fluid within himself, his own rhythm. Every player, or I shouldn't say every player, most players just catch and shoot that, right? German players like, nah, I need to move into this shot a little bit. So look what he does. Let me move into this shot. That is just so much like him. Again, buttery smooth, his own rhythm. And it's sweet too. It's not like it's extra and it's hurting his game, but it's how he really gets himself going, is that rhythm, that flow feeling. Okay, what are we doing here? We got Marvin Bagley setting the screen on the left hip right here, the defender. Jordan Poole, again, this is just having a bag. There's nothing super quick about this. It's very flashy. Very flashy. Kind of where am I going? Where am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing? And then that rhythm shot where he really just gathers himself. So don't really take advantage of the screen. It's more for show. Has that fake out to the left, right? Very flashy player. Fake out to the left, right here. Boom. This player bites hard. I mean, that is a hard bite, by the way. Oh my gosh. Let's go back on that. Look at the way that player bites. Look at this right here. Where am I going? We got the screen there. Boom, go left, back out. I mean, dude, he bit so hard. And then what do we do here? We don't attack the basket. That's just not Jordan Poole's game, again, to be really that kind of aggressive. He's just looking for his shot. And his shot is going into it with rhythm. And it's what he does here again. Stepping back out. Look at the way he gathers. Fluid shot. Smooth with it. And you really got to admire this part about Jordan Poole. He's really, really aware of what works for him and what doesn't for him. You get a step right here on Christian Braun. But again, I mean, he knows he's not the fastest guy on the court. By no means. But he's agile as hell and he can make a quick turn immediately. We covered that already, or we talked about it already, I should say. But really, this is only adding on to it and showing you guys his quick movements right here. There's a difference between being fast and then making quick turns and adjusting with your body. It's really agile, not really fast. But let's show you guys right here. 0.5 speed. Play is going on. Get that first step. And you can tell right away Christian Braun is going to recover. I mean, Jordan Poole literally makes that step back and it's amazing. But as far behind as Christian Braun is, right there, Jordan Poole's moving. But Christian Braun's recovering pretty well, all things considered. But the way that this guy moves, super agile, step back, and then this guy's, Christian Braun just bit. I mean, because he has to. He's trying to recover. He is trying to recover. But checking this out again. Oh no, bit. Jordan Poole, rhythm shot. It's just, when he is feeling himself, It is dangerous. Biggest problem is how often can he really be getting into that kind of rhythm? How often can people shake him off his game? I showed you guys very up and down performances. 8 points, 13 points, and then 25, 27. I'm obviously just throwing you random numbers, but we really went over that already. He's very up and down with his performances. Okay, right now we're going to be checking out Jordan Poole's lack of defense, and this is his biggest drawback without question. Sure, we can talk about his inconsistency offensively. You know, having nights where he's just not showing up, having nights where he's just exploding. But this is an every night problem for Jordan Poole, and this is just, it's not good. It is not good. We don't have anything spectacular from the player, from the ball handler right here. Just a simple cross, and it's not even special. It is not anything special at all. It is the most bare minimum simple cross. Jordan Poole's just biting way too hard. Gets beat off of this. Not a quick first step at all. Really slow, and just got beat. And honestly, that's a good pass to the center. Better rotation right here from this player. But DeAndre Jordan's just got to make a play. Because if he goes up with it, he's going to finish it. And if this is a more Jokic kind of guy, Jokic can just pass it out to number 5. 5 can finish. But this is horrible defense. But we can turn it around to some positive right here. DeAndre Jordan loses the ball. Jordan Poole, acrobatic finish. Here we go. Nothing physical about that. Just gathered the ball, went around 24's arms. Easy finish. But this is Jordan Poole's game. Terrible defender. Up and down offensive player. But when he is up, he is a problem on any given team. Now, obviously, he's the leading scorer in Washington. Obviously, you know, he's more of a focal point in Washington. But if you make him the third guy, who isn't necessarily the third best player, but the third guy in terms of an offensive option, then you can get really spicy with it, because this is a player who can win you, who can outright win you a game because of what he's able to do. If he's feeling it, it is over for everyone else. It is just over. There are not a lot of players who can take over the way Jordan Poole does. Well, when I say a lot of players, I mean most players are just really superstars that are able to take over. Jordan Poole's a player who can take over without really being a superstar, but my God, the reason why he's not a superstar is the inconsistencies. He's just such a wild card. You really don't know what you're going to get on any given night offensively from him. Defensively, though, we've identified the problem. He can't defend worth a damn. He cannot defend worth a damn. It is a consistent problem from him, and it sucks, to be honest with you, as a fan, if you're a Washington fan or just a Jordan Poole fan, because that's always going to be his kryptonite. It's always what's going to be what's holding him back. Sure, if he had pretty decent defense, he'd be a way better player. But then there's that aspect of the inconsistencies offensively, just on any given night, struggling or going off. To be a superstar in this league, you have to be consistent. We have to know what we're going to get from you night in and night out. The best players in the world, Jokic, Giannis, LeBron, AD, Curry, Doncic, you know what they're going to give you on a nightly basis. And even if they're not scoring the ball, even if they're not going bananas off points, you know that they're giving you assists or rebounds, or they're drawing the attention from the defense. Jordan Poole didn't get you rebounds, and Jordan Poole is not the best playmaker. He only averages about 5 assists per game. For someone who touches the ball as much as he does, it really should be better. But again, you know what you're getting from your best players. In terms of Jordan Poole, you just don't know what you're going to get from him. But anyway, that is Jordan Poole's film. Let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on it? He's a very entertaining player. I'll give him that. Like I said, he has a bag. Very agile. Silky smooth, buttery-like gameplay. But my God, the effort defensively, not the fastest player. And it does show. He's not the fastest player, but he is able to create space. He's able to create space by using his bag. And again, it's not Kyrie level, not Curry level, but what makes people look at it and think, damn, it's crazy. His bag is crazy. It's his agility. It's his ability to shift his body very seamlessly. There is not There is like no lag to his movements. It is all within one motion almost. You know, when we talk about shooters, some people go, Jordan Poole is just effortlessly, just, sorry for the sound effects. That's what I got. Some people though are robotic. You know what I mean? Like moving frame by frame. It's just weird. Jordan Poole is just very agile and it looks very seamless because it's all in one motion for him. It's pretty crazy. But again, that is Jordan Poole's film. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I appreciate you for watching. This is Ollie Been Different. We've been different. And we out.